Okay, hello. This is The Doors, and this is The End. So, by the time this video comes out, it will be close to Jim Morrison's birthday, which is a big day. Not, well, for me, I guess, whatever, but not really because it has no effect on my life and reality. But anyway, I really like Jim Morrison, even though he's dead, and he's like one of my favorite musicians of all time. I guess he is my favorite, I guess I would say. But and The Doors are my favorite band. So yeah, I mean, just when I was a teen or whatever, they really stuck with me or whatever. Found the music and it was just great, and I've been in love with them ever since. So yeah, I wanted to do this, and I reacted to a Doors song before, and obviously I've heard every Doors song pretty much, but I've never reacted to them or gone in depth on the song. So that's what I like doing, and we're gonna do that today here and or tonight, and yeah. So this is obviously a long song if you know what it is. It's like 11 minutes, and yeah. There's a shorter version, but I don't really like the shorter version. So yeah, we're doing the long version, and we're just gonna get into that now. I've been talking for too long. Let's go. There's that long wait. This song is so good.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
I might be smiling a lot through this video.
This is the end, my only friend. The end of our elaborate plans. The end of everything that stands. The end, no safety or surprise. The end, I'll never look into your eyes again.
And the drumming so underrated too in this song.
Can you picture what will be so limitless and free? Desperately in need of some stranger's hand in a desperate land. Lost in a romance, wilderness of pain, and all the children are insane. All the children are insane. Waiting for the summer rain, yeah. There's danger on the edge of town. Ride the King's Highway, baby. Weird scenes inside the gold mine. Ride the highway west, baby. Ride the snake. Ride the snake to the lake, the ancient lake, baby. The snake is long, 7 miles. Ride the snake. He's old and his skin is cold. The West is the best. The West is the best. Get here and we'll do the rest. The blue bus is calling us. The blue bus is calling us. Driver, where you taking us?
Lyrics are so haunting.
The killer awoke before dawn. He put his boots on. He took a face from the ancient gallery and he walked on down the hall. He went into the room where his sister lived, and then he paid a visit to his brother, and then he walked on down the hall, and he came to a door, and he looked inside. Father, yes, son, I want to kill you.
You have a southern accent in that one.
Mother, I want to. Come on, baby, take a chance with us. Come on, baby, take a chance with us. Come on, baby, take a chance with us and meet me at the back of the blue bus. Do not blue rock on the blue bus. Do not do that. Come on, yeah.
crazy.
Come on, lady, come on, lady, yeah, yeah, come on, baby, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, come on, yeah, all right.
The drum in here picks up. Oh, climax. Man, another back down,
This
quiet.
is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend. The end. It hurts to set you free, but you never follow me. The end of laughter and soft light. The end of nights we try to die.
Hmm.
This is the end.
Man, almost 12 minutes. Does not feel like it. It's always a ride with the song, and I haven't like heard it in full in a while, so it's just so good. And like I said, I really love the Doors. So this is it's just the whole thing is just like I would say my favorite Doors song likely is this one. And yeah, I mean it's just and obviously I see a lot of other people reacting to this song like for the first time, and it always blows them away. I mean, some don't like it or whatever just because of like the whole like F me part and stuff, which is kind of weird. But like, yeah, it's just like this song is just very interesting. It just like grabs your attention. You're like, what is going on? But yeah, so either way, yeah. So it says here on Genius.com, the end served as the finale for many of the Doors' most notable concerts. The lyrics are a final combination of different variations sung during jam styles. Um, sung during jam style performances over several months at the Whiskey A Go Go nightclub in LA in 1966. And I do know, I mean, strap in here, I'm going to be talking a lot probably because of this song. I really like the song and I'm sorry. But, so it says, yeah, okay, let's just do that. So it says the song was famously used in the iconic opening scene of Francis Ford Coppola's 1979 film Apocalypse Now, which is where the song was shortened down. I know that much. So it says with images of the Vietnam War. I can't already talk to the cinematic battle towards the end of the movie between Willard Martin Sheen's character and Kurt's Marlon Brando's character. In a 1969 interview with Rolling Stone, Jim Morrison said that the song means something different every time he listened to it. It started out as a simple goodbye song, probably just to a girl, but I see it how it could be a goodbye to a kind of childhood. I really don't know. I think it's sufficiently complex and universal in its imaginary or in its imagery that it could be almost anything to you, whatever you want it to be. Several musical influences are apparent in Robbie Krieger's composition of the song, including Chopin's Funeral March. Obviously, I know the name Chopin. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Anyway, what have the artist said about the song? So it says Jim Morrison has also said, sometimes the pain is too much to examine or even tolerate. That doesn't make it evil though, or necessarily dangerous. But people fear death even more than pain. It's strange that they fear death. Life hurts a lot more than death. At the point of death, the pain is over. Yeah, I guess it is a friend, and that's a well-known quote. I mean, maybe not for everyone, but I mean, people that know Jim Morrison River, that's a quote that's been used a lot. So it says Ray Manzarek, the keyboard man, it says he was giving voice and rock and roll in a rock and roll setting that to the Oedipus complex at the time is widely discussed tendency in Freudian psychology. He wasn't saying he wanted to do that to his own mom and dad. He was reenacting a bit of Greek drama. It was theater, and Raymond Zarek was a great speaker, and it sucks that he died as well, like 6 years ago now. So anyway, yeah, going through the annotations here, there's a lot of them. So this is with the intro, with like that 50 seconds intro before Jim sings. It says the beginning of the song is Robbie Krieger imitating a sitar with his guitar, and which leads this song to being labeled raga rock or rager rock, a sound mostly prominent in the 60s, with an intro to the music of Ravi Shankar and Hindustani classical music, just an example rather than a definitive song. And then we got the chorus right at the start. This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend, the end. So it says the end or death is now understood by Morrison as a beautiful and appealing thing. The only thing he has left, he confides in the end as a means of escaping reality or his reality. It could also refer to this being the last song on the album, which was their first album, by the way, from 1967, self-titled. The same way their next album, Strange Days, last song is titled When the Music's Over, which is also a great long song. This reference or concept of the end could be about ego, death, and or breaking the boundaries of human perception, as in experiencing LSD, which I'm sure each of them did a lot, or other entheogens used by shamans and experienced by some Eastern cultures through meditation or meditative awareness. We all know Jim Morrison was very interested in experience in such a way of life. Yes, Jim Morrison was quite the character. So it says, of everything, okay, the next annotation here is from the first verse, of everything that stands the end, no safety or surprise, the end. Although Jim Morrison's intent was to write a song about his first breakup, he admits that more general interpretations are valid. Nihilistic lines like this support producer Paul Rothchild's interpretation of the song as a protest of all hierarchy, whether based on gender or class. And then we have I'll Never Look Into Your Eyes Again, and which is very compelling. I don't know, a compelling lyric to me. And I'll Never Look Into Your Eyes Again, just like speaking right to you. It says this line should be praised for its haunting majesty, as it could not fit more sublimely with the amorphous concept of the end. There's a lot of big words in here, and yeah, it says consider these interpretations and how each works depending on how one in turn interprets the concept of the end. So it says, I'll never look you in the eye again. I'll never see your eyes again because our paths will never cross again. I'll never see your eyes again because one of us, or both of us, will be dead. And it says it could be also that it could also be that the breakup was due to deception or a lie from one of them. So there would be too much shame for them to look in each other's eyes ever again. As an illusion in Oedipus Rex, he has blinded himself in order to see the truth in his own existence. So again, a lot of the poetry. Jim was a poet, and he liked a lot of books from other people. He got a lot of ideas. So did Ray Manzarek, and each member of the Doors used that to their advantage. So we go on to the second verse here. Again, sorry I'm talking so much, but I like the song, and there's a lot of annotations. So, can you picture what will be so limitless and free? What is there after death? Jim Morrison obviously believes that at the very least we are not reincarnated and bound to a body. As Jim and his girlfriend broke up, he was limitless and free, a journey of effing in front of him. Uh, yeah, so it says Volume 2, Lost Interview Tapes, fourth track. Jim is asked if he believes in reincarnation. Jim replies with, no, not really. So then we go into the third verse here. Lost in a Roman wilderness of pain, and all the children are insane. All the children are insane, which are, again, just mind-boggling lyrics, I guess. Maybe not mind-boggling, but it's just like, again, captivating lyrics. They really grab your attention. All the children are insane, and then he repeats that, and it's very like captivating, like I said. So it says this refers to ancient Romanian mythology. It's a smile is a simile for the awakening of one's mind during a psychedelic experience, which can unearth things deep from the mind, just as Roman mythology comes from deep in human history. Morrison was very into mythology and also romantic literature that was influenced by classical mythology such as William Blake. And then we have waiting for the summer rain. Yeah, so it says rain symbolizes something that builds up some time. It can enrich in the land or destroy it, as in sour rain, chemical warfare. But the naive people, the innocent, the children don't know yet what is about to come. They are believing and happy. So, yeah, we move on from there and we get to some the crazier parts almost here. So it says there's danger on the edge of town. Ride the king's highway, baby. And it says ride the snake, ride the snake. The snake, he's long, 7 miles. So it says this line establishes the snake as a metaphor for the highway and potentially references several things. So then we can just skip some of that and go on because I don't want to read everything. And then he goes on to say the West is the best, and so for that we have the use of the West is just another metaphor for the end, as the American West is often seen as the edge of Western civilization, an end of the world of sorts. Jim is doubling here some lines as he just likes how it sounds, but there could be a deeper meaning to it, as in repeating things that are said to us by them, like a hypnotized person would be. Also, thinking hindsight of the snake, there are some that can hypnotize their victims. And then he goes on to say the blue bus is calling us. So it says the blue bus is a clever double meaning. Firstly, it is used to mean Santa Monica's big blue bus system, which would have been used by the members of the Doors. However, the double meaning is that it could also be used to mean the drug oxymorphine. Yeah. So anyway, and then again, drugs. So this is driver where you're taking us. So it says following on from the previous point of the blue bus being the Vietnam induction vehicle. Soldiers, some were willing to go into battle. However, once they reached Vietnam, they felt lost. I don't want that to go dark. So it says they felt lost, that they didn't belong, or they were scared as they were in the land that was dense with jungle and was largely farmland. So yeah, you don't know where you're going. Again, even if he's talking about drugs, it's like you don't know where you're going, what trip you're going to be going on. So here we get to the fifth verse, and this is the kind of the verse that's like kind of nuts. Uh, Aside from the other verse that's kind of nuts. So anyway, I remember seeing an interview about this, and Ray Manzarek was talking about how Jim came up with this while they were having a set at the Whiskey A Go Go, I think, and he just started spitting this out, and the band didn't know what was going to happen or where he was going with it, and it would just be nuts to like feel that and not know where Jim is going, especially with how he starts it with the killer awoke before dawn. He put his boots on, and so yeah, so it says this whole verse ending with "Mother, I want to," dot dot dot, draws a parallel between the drafted U.S. soldiers sent to Vietnam and the anti-hero of ancient Greek mythology, Oedipus, both of whom were essentially murderers with unresolved psychological issues that led them to unpleasant endings. Both these narratives employ the moral thread of suffering develops the soul, a process extolled by Friedrich Nietzsche in his path to superhuman or Uber, I can't, that's German or whatever. Since Morrison was more than familiar with Nietzsche's literature, like I said, Morrison really liked literature, and its correlations with ancient mythological literature and its similarity in terms of philosophical concepts from break on through the life and death of Jim Morrison by people. I don't want to pronounce their names. Riordan and Prochnicki. It is the forbidden fantasy of incest and patricide that the bus travels. The long hall is reminiscent of the womb, and the ancient gallery of masks is a thinly veiled reference to Greek tragedy. A lot of reference to the Greeks in this, like it said earlier. So it says the next lines after he puts boots on, he took a face from the ancient gallery and he walked on down the hall. He went into the room where his sister lived, and then he paid a visit to his brother, and then he walked down the hall and he came to a door and he looked inside. Father, yes, son, I want to kill you. Mother, I want to dot dot dot. This spoken word section of the song is a reference to the myth of Oedipus, the king of Thebes. Oh boy. Okay. The myth of Thebes, who where was I? Who fulfilled the prophecy of murdering his father and marrying his mother. In Freudian philosophy, the Oedipal myth is what creates laws against incest, which is symbolical of our entry into humanity, morality, and represents the end of happiness. So yeah, and then we get the bridge with "Come on, baby, take a chance with us," and meet me at the back of the blue bus, and meet me at the back of the blue bus, and this is "Come on, yeah." F F F F F, come on baby, F F, yeah, F me baby, yeah. So we get a lot of that stuff, and then the whole thing ends with kill, 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 kill. So it says, again, referring to the Greek myth of Oedipus, the F bombs scattered throughout here indicate the effing of the mother, while the repetition of the word kill indicate the murder of the father. Not wanting any controversy or lack of radio play, and the official release of the end engineer Bruce Botnick buried the section in the mix. Yes, I've heard that. Yeah, they do that. They do that, and it says in the mix, making it largely inaudible, except for the repetition of "kill" at the end, and some sounds of Morrison scatting. So yeah, then we have the last annotation, or last couple annotations here. So with the sixth verse, I don't know if anyone's still watching, but hey, man. So with the sixth verse, it says, "The end of laughter and soft lies, the end of life, or the end of nights we try to die." It says, "Bittersweet nostalgia in the face of the true end, as it should be about his girlfriend, shows that the whole thought of free love was a soft lie for him, but she was never okay with his cheating, and they may have fought many nights, but and taking drugs, but it was all being rock stars, whatever." And somebody says this is a stretch, so I mean, you never know. Anyway, in the last line, "This is the end." It's just the whole crescendo to everything. Like the song is titled "The End." This is the end, and that's the end of the song as well. And yeah, so we got some comments here. Obviously, it says, "If you seriously think this whole song is about Jim getting laid, you have some serious research to do." And then it says, "All the children are insane" comes from Freud's texts in the primary stage of development. So yeah, I mean, there's just a couple comments, but obviously this song is so like known kind of thing. Like I mean, it has like over 500,000 views here on its lyrics, which is quite a lot for Genius here, and for just an old song like this. And yeah, I mean, again, if anyone's still watching, thanks for watching to this point. And I just like there's so much to go through here, and I don't want to like skip it all. But I mean, yeah, it's just a lot to be said here. A lot that the song is about that like people probably don't even know. Like I don't even know about all the Greek references, and obviously I knew about the Oedipus thing, but yeah, I mean, this is just such a such a crazy song. It goes up and down. Like I said, I really like the drumming. I liked when you had that whole part where the climax and where Jim is saying "Come on, f me" and all that stuff, and how the drums and the keyboard and the guitar all get going faster. And I know the drummer John Densmore said that that's like kind of the climax of like sex or whatever. So it's just like it going really fast, and then boom, it happens. So yeah, it was so like crazy. I mean, I don't know if there's other bands around this time doing that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously psychedelic bands were around in that time as well. Other psychedelic bands were around, and yeah, it's just that part of the song just always gets me. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I've talked long enough, and I'm tired of hearing my voice here. So yeah, this is just a great song, from me anyway. And I know some people like I've seen a lot of people, I'm rambling again here, but I've seen people say like Jim Morrison is overrated. I've seen a lot of that, and that like the Doors are like kind of overrated and stuff. And I mean, I don't care. You can think what you want, whatever. But I mean, the end, the song, like you gotta say that the song is pretty nuts, and yeah, it's so like on the edge of just like lunacy. It's just nuts like that. The song happened at all, and it ended their first album. I mean, this their first album is just nuts altogether. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. Again, if you watched to this point, I don't know why. Thanks for watching, and comment, like, and subscribe if you want, and comment bands or videos or whatever. I mean, music, songs you want to hear. And I can't even talk anymore. So yeah, I guess that's it. I don't even know how long the song or this video was. Almost 30 minutes. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. And again, thanks for watching. It was well appreciated. And let's just go home.